Okay, so I have Jackie here with me today. Jackie has been an excellent student for several months at least. Um, just a brief overview of where Jackie was when you first started. You had been repeatedly getting injured with other training, right? So you'd come to me and you're like, I want to be more resilient. I want to be able to do this stuff and not hurt myself. A part of that was you were usually doing high intensity training, which is what we're sold to do, which is what we're marketed to do in fitness of like, well, if you're not going like super hardcore, then you just might as well not be doing anything, right? Like there's this stigma around that. So you had a habit leaning towards these more extreme workouts that were also contributing to getting injured more often. You also didn't have any experience with weightlifting, and you didn't have experience working with a coach one-on-one or even in a group setting on your posture and your strength and your movement. It was all quite different for you. You also came to me with back pain that you had regularly as well, that you've been having for quite a while, and something that you weren't able to manage on your own. So you have been an excellent student working through all of these things. And Jackie, I asked you the other day on one of our workshops was, what is your why? And I really enjoyed your why was mastery. You wanted to have more mastery. And I think that's really important part about all of this is really having mastery and awareness of your body. And I think that's what we really hammered in with you quite a bit, and you've done fantastic with it. So on that point, what was your experience like working in this new realm of like awareness and posture and strength?
Well, at first I was like really, really scared because I had just come out of a back injury where I was like in bed for like 2 weeks. I had back spasms. Like we were going to start. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to like continue with you, but it had gotten better, and it started off, I thought it was just going to be intense right away, and it wasn't. I got a lot out of the first few weeks with just the movement and posture. I remember when I had the epiphany in the shower, because I always arch.
Oh yeah.
So tall, and you had been repeating, ribs down and tilt your hips, and I did the tilt the hips, but when I was in the shower one day, finally your words, ribs down, and I was like, oh, that feels good. I'm aligned. I'm not in pain. So I've really gotten a lot from that. Just general everyday back pain, like at work, sitting for 8 hours. I'm comfortable now. And yeah.
Your kettlebell swings. So we actually just finished with your kettlebell swings and making sure like maintaining, we were talking about strength endurance and having the endurance in your trunk and your core to be able to stabilize long periods of training. So it's these little things that maybe aren't discussed enough in fitness to make sure that we're able to lift weights safely and efficiently and effectively for long periods of time.
Yeah, the small tweaks that you gave me, I think on our first one-on-one call, I showed you how I used to do a kettlebell swing, and it was painful and uncomfortable and not effective. And just you telling me, all right, put your hips back this way, keep your arms straight like today, just those little changes like made it a completely different workout.
Yeah, now you're a boss. Like it's great to see you doing the 35-pound swings. Like you're so much stronger. And my last question, because I always think of myself more as a teacher to you guys as well. You're not just clients, you're students to me, or that's how I feel at least. Is what is the most important thing that you learned?
That's such a hard question, and I know I should have thought.
It's a loaded question.
Sure. I think the most important thing I learned is that the fitness journey isn't linear, and I know that's kind of more on the mindset side of things than the actual movement, but it all ties together, and just you don't have to be so intense all the time, and it's still going to feel great and be better in the long run. So.
That's perfect. I think more people need to hear that. I remember talking about that with you is with anything, right? With pain, with strength, with fat loss, like we are not just, look at me go. I'm just like trucking in the same line, right? Like and nature's cyclic, right? Like we go, we ebb and we flow, and that's perfectly normal and natural.
It made everything just easier. So
yes, and more you get more self-compassion for yourself as well. Because you're not like, why am I failing? Why didn't I lose like the 2 pounds that week and the next week? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's more, you come into it with more grace and understanding of the process.
No, definitely. I've found the mindset is just invaluable. So
yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate it.
thank you.
And more to learn from there. I know we'll just continue. So awesome. Thanks, Jackie.
Welcome.
Bye.